here outside the Thomas and Mack Center at the NBA 2K24 Summer League in Las Vegas, Nevada, alongside Jack Knight and River Swope. I am Joey Matroni for 102.4 The Fan. Jack, I'll start with you. Who are you thinking could be one of the most successful rookies heading into this NBA season?
Well, I think obviously most people are going to say Wembanyama with the Spurs, but I think it's going to be Scoot Henderson on the Blazers. And obviously there's a lot of Blazers fans here who love that, but I think, maybe trading away Damian Lillard, it's going to get the ball in the hands of more of these young guys. You look at good passers like Shadon Sharpe. You have really good bench depth, especially big men, going to get Scoot and all the guards a lot more chances, and I think that's going to really help Scoot develop as a shooter, as a passer, and really as like a floor general. That's what we see from all the really successful point guards.
If it does end up happening, it'll be interesting to see how the team dynamic changes with Lillard out of Portland. Rivers, what are some of your initial thoughts surrounding rookies?
Okay, I have a question for you two. Would you consider Chet a rookie?
No.
He didn't play last year, though.
No.
All right.
Who?
Chet Holmgren.
Rookie. Yeah, you're a rookie. If he doesn't play, he's not really a rookie.
Okay, then we can consider him a rookie then. If you
All right.
want.
So Chet Holmgren is my pick here. I honestly think he has the full potential. He can be as good as Wemby. He could be the next. Wemby versus Chet could be the next Jokic versus Embiid conversation in the future. You have all these storylines building up for Chet.
As we know, some of the contenders in the NBA with the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat, as Miami seems to be right now one of the leading contenders for Damian Lillard, as you mentioned earlier. Could we possibly see another Miami-Denver NBA Finals?
I think that's definitely possible. And, here, us in Vegas, I think that we need to really see about risks and, taking risks and getting rewards from those risks. And my sources lately have been telling me that the Philadelphia 76ers have been another team added to the mix for Damian Lillard. You look at, they have interesting trade pieces, Tyrese Maxey, they have James Harden, who they're a little unsure about. They have guys like that, Daniel House, Tybal, just people like that who could be part of a package in addition to a plethora of draft picks.
We'll open it up to the crowd. Sir, what are you thinking?
My name is Charles Jordan James Mitchell Spartacus III. And what are your expectations for Jaylen Brown with his new contract?
Personally, for me, I think Jaylen has a lot to live up to with the $304 million. I think at times he struggled late in the Miami series, especially when it came to ball handling, and there were a multitude of unnecessary turnovers. Rivers, what do you think?
I honestly think he also needs a lot to prove. It's a big contract, and if he lives up to what he's getting paid, Tatum might stay, he might not. It's just a big risk.
I'm honestly more concerned about what's going to happen if he does develop, because if a player like Jaylen Brown can get $60 million a year for only using his right hand, how much is he going to get when he's able to use both hands? That's my real question.
We'll open it back up to the crowd. Carmelo Anthony, what do you got?
Who do you guys think is the steal of the draft so far?
I definitely think that you have to look at the Pistons with Ausar Thompson. We saw him play the entire summer league. He had a lot of great plays. He showed off his paint ability with dunking. He showed off his ability to shoot the ball well. And we also saw really that fight that we didn't really see from other players. We saw Wembanyama get really flustered and have a pretty bad performance his first game. We saw Henderson struggle at times. We saw Amen Thompson really just kind of sitting there for entire minutes of games. And I think that looks like the most really NBA ready and most kind of competitive rookie so far.
In the back over there.
What do you think about the Spurs' chances of the playoffs with the addition of Wembanyama?
I highly doubt it. Like they need another year of rebuilding. They just have Wemby, and then just solid players around them. They have like a 3-and-D wing and Devin Vassell.
I think that young core, if they're given more opportunities to play together like they'll get this year, I think we could see some more noticeable success down the road. Jack, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. I think the West is a really tough division and a tough conference. I think that whenever you watch Western games, people are pushing, people are shoving, they're jawing each other. I think that for a young team, especially like the Spurs, who are trying to put it all together, dealing with some of that mean, tough grittiness isn't really going to be what's best for them right now. I think they need to focus on developing their young players, especially improving that shooting percentage, particularly the three-point percentage, as it was under 30% for over half the season last year.
Okay. That will do it for us today outside the Thomas Mack Center. We'll be back tomorrow for more news and updates. For Jack Knight and River Swope, I am Joy Matroni for 102.4 The Fan.